My name is Ashley Westbrooks. I go to Winthrop University and I am a fifth-year senior playing softball.
When did you start playing softball and when did it become a more serious focus for you?
I think I started playing maybe when I was 4 or 5. My dad got me started really early and, I've played ever since. I think I might have taken a year off maybe when I was 12, but then I got right back into it. And I think it probably started getting serious around like the beginning of high school. I think I started realizing that I did have the potential to go further. And so I got on a good travel ball team, played in showcase tournaments and got myself out there. And that's when I started getting looked at and realized, this is serious and I could go to the college level if I wanted to. I started out my freshman year as a shortstop and then kind of moved around all throughout the outfield. And then I caught a little bit and made my way over to third. And that's kind of where I've been so far. Last year I was playing right field and then I was playing right field at the start of this season and then made my way back to third again. So I think the biggest thing is just being able to be flexible for the team and make sure that I can put myself where it will help us out most and help us succeed.
What about Winthrop made it the right school for you?
It has a really big family atmosphere and I also wanted to teach, and Winthrop has a great teaching program, so that kind of helped me.
So in your career, you've been named an all-conference player. You've actually been named all-conference 3 times. What does those accomplishments mean to you?
They mean a lot to me, actually. We talked about it a little bit on senior day here when we played upstate. I honestly didn't even realize that it was 3 different positions, but I guess now thinking back, it was because I was at a different position every year. But I think it means a lot to me because it shows me that all of my hard work paid off. I try to work as hard as I can for our team and be a good leader. And so those accomplishments just show me that hard work is paying off.
But thinking back to last year when the pandemic hit, first began prior to the softball season really getting underway, there was some uncertainty at the time. Were you concerned that your season might be impacted early on, possibly canceled?
I hadn't really thought about it affecting season, but I was definitely following along on Twitter. There was like a little header at the top about how it was affecting China at the time. And I remember following it, and I think when we were on our way to our last tournament, we all had gotten talking about it, and we were like, this is really getting serious. And it wasn't a couple hours later, we got the call that, our season was on hold and we were going back home the next day. So it happened really fast. So I guess I didn't really have a chance to think, this is going to happen to us. It was just, it happened and we had to figure out how to handle it. At the time, we had no idea that we would be given a 5th year. And so we knew that our time was coming. We knew that it was our last year and that we only had a couple games left. But for it to be ripped away so quickly and just out of nowhere, we were heartbroken. And when we flew back, we were in Florida. So we flew back the day after we got down there. And our coach's daughters met us all in the airport with flowers for everybody. And, it was kind of like a surreal moment of, this might be ending. This might be the end of it. And I may never get to play softball again. And so I think just seeing that something can be taken away so quickly is what makes us appreciate it even more. And that night when we got back, the whole entire team went to one house and we just sat down and hung out with each other just to kind of take in maybe what could have been our last moments together. I haven't had the best season this season that I'm in now. It hasn't been my best statistic wise, but I think I keep telling myself, this is my last year and I'm lucky to even have a year. And so I don't want to look back on my last season and say, you were so hard on yourself, you couldn't even enjoy your time. And so that's one thing that I'm really focusing on is no matter how bad or how well I do during a game, is just appreciating the moments that I have with everybody around me.
What are you studying this final semester of undergrad?
I'm finishing up a coaching minor now, but my actual degree is in early childhood education. I'm certified from 4K through 3rd grade, so any job in that I'd be willing to take.